Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Who Cares? I'm your host, Taylor Wallace, and today we are talking to Alex Fascia. He is a masseuse and, more importantly, a myofascial expert. He does fascia work here in Austin, Texas. He's got a really big following on social media because he does a lot of videos explaining his methods, trying to give away techniques for free that people can do at home to take care of themselves. He is an extremely interesting person, really, really kind, caring, and is really just driven to take care of others. And we talk about that a lot in the podcast. We talk about both of our journeys in being in bands, volunteer work, more talk about social media, and how beneficial it can be and how connecting it can be to all of us. It was a really great conversation. I was really excited to have him on, and I hope that you enjoy this episode. So without further ado, enjoy this conversation with Alex Fascia. Alex, welcome to Who Cares?
What's up? Who cares?
Who cares? I don't, and I do, which is kind of the point of this podcast, pushing past that voice of I don't know, the inner critic and the external critic that's kind of holding us back from doing the things that we really want to do, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And then also caring enough about something to want to really throw yourself into it. You're somebody that I've followed on social media for a while now.
I remember that too.
Yeah?
I remember, yeah.
Yeah?
Because you post going to Barton Springs and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, cool. All right.
Barton's my favorite place. I ran into you there last weekend.
That's right.
Yeah, we're both lovers of Barton Springs, which is really cool. But yeah, I love your style. I'm not alone. You've kind of built a following on social media, and you're doing really great work there. From my perspective of sharing your knowledge with people freely to help them take better care of themselves. So
thank you.
Yeah. How did you get interested in massage and then ultimately fascia work?
So massage came first. I was working at Whole Foods, and I was working in the coffee department at the main store. And I don't know if you've been there, right?
Yeah. Downtown, yeah.
It's just chaos. I got a job transfer because I was working in Nashville at the Whole Foods. Then I was working in Austin, and they do summer internships where you can go work upstairs. And they have really cool jobs. There's somebody that I know, and she's a quality control person for dairy. So she gets to go to Ireland. She gets to go to all these places and eat cheese. And she gets a salary and a pension. It's incredible. So I thought about doing that. And then my manager at the time was talking about his girlfriend. And he's like, oh, my girlfriend works at this fitness place and makes $80K as a massage therapist. And I've always been into helping people. And for some reason that resonated with me. I'm like, I need to do that. And I felt really, for a long time, I felt really unsure about what I wanted to do and which direction I wanted to go in. So I was taking the bus at the time. I went to the massage school, which wasn't close. It's off Burnett Road, and went in there, and it was one of the last days that they were doing enrollment for that semester for the year.
Yeah.
So I went in, I signed up. I'm like, is there a payment plan? They're like, yeah, of course. So signed up, signed the papers, and then I had to go to school the next week.
Oh, wow. So you just magically landed at the right time.
It seemed to work out that way. And then I switched my shifts to only opening shifts. So that way I would get to Whole Foods at 6. It was fun riding your bike at 5 in the morning because no one's on the road.
No, that's the perfect time to ride
It's so nice. And then I get in at 6, open the coffee bar, leave at 2, go home, take a shower, and then go to school. Get home at 10 and rinse and repeat. And then I told them for religious reasons, I can't work on Sundays, which works every time, I think. So I got Sundays off, which was cool.
That's amazing.
So it was just, I plowed through that in like 9 months, I think. So it was cool. It was cool, like grinding and like getting through it. It feels like a blur, but at the time it felt really slow. But yeah, that's how I got into it. And then they told me to keep my day job. That's the advice that the school gave. They're like, keep your day job because, you know, entry-level jobs, you don't get paid that much. And I'm like, no, I'm going to try to do it. I'm not going to work at Whole Foods anymore. So got a job, and then I found someone to work for, and then worked for him. And we ended up parting ways. And then the pandemic hit, and I rented space in February of 2020. They shut everything down in March 18th, I think. They shut everything down in Austin.
Yeah, totally.
So signed a lease and then paid for it for like a year and couldn't use it. That's when I started the Instagram for clients.
So the Instagram was born out of the necessity of like, I can't actually work on people, so I'm just going to like get on here and like give what I've learned away as a way to connect with people, because you're trapped in your home, like, you know, like the rest of us, kind of losing our minds.
It turned into that because I was sending clients of mine like videos of some stuff to do, ones with existing problems like shoulder injuries or knee injuries that I was working on. They're like, what can I do? So I'd send them videos. So I'm like, I'll just put them all on an Instagram, make kind of a library for clients, send them the Instagram. And then friends started following it, and then people started reposting it, and then it kind of took off from there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it gave me like a rush and it felt good. So I just like kept going with it.
Yeah, so. It just kind of naturally took off. You didn't really have to work too hard at it.
No. I mean, kind of. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, none of us know what we're doing.
Never.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like, I think a lot of people think you have to know what you're doing before you start doing something. And it's like, no one knows what they're doing when they start doing something. The person that you're looking at going, I wish I could do what they were doing, had to start out at zero being an idiot, you know?
It's hard imagining that because you see people's Instagrams and stuff, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're so sure of themselves. They know what they were doing.
Yeah.
They didn't. So, I mean, it's easy to see that now, but at the time it was difficult. And I swore to myself, I'm like, I'm never going to look at the camera and talk.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do videos, maybe put some music over it and like some words, some text. But then, then it turned into this. So
it's super uncomfortable. Like I am in that space now where it's like, one of the main reasons I didn't want to do this podcast is because I know that it comes with a big social responsibility as far as like social media and like putting yourself out there. And I've done a lot. It's been a long time since I was like front and center in the public eye. You know, there was a time in my life where that was a big thing, and I've kind of shied away from it for a long time. So yeah, I would love to hear how that felt for you. Like, I think a lot of us are kind of afraid of or even repulsed by the idea of like posting videos of ourselves talking to the camera on social media.
It can be pretty crazy pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, hey guys, like I know never to do that.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, actually I might have done that before later, but I know starting off, don't do that. So it was hard to figure out like what exactly to say first and how to like engage and how to
make it feel authentic.
Yeah.
And like not forced.
Yeah. I'll have to look back and see what I did first. That'd be fun to do. But yeah, just realizing like there's like different, almost like unintentional hooks that you can use. Like, oh, did you know that you could do this, this, and this?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's still kind of like a TV voice and like entertainment-y.
Yeah.
But it works. Rather than, hey guys, I'm just popping on here to say, like, people are
what's
like,
up, fam?
People feel really bad when it starts off like that.
Yeah, totally.
What's up, fam is actually pretty good. I should start doing that.
Yeah. I've loved fam and family. Like, I've been using that a lot lately.
Yeah, when you're here, your family.
It's, yeah, I don't know. It's natural sounding to me. But,
wait, so what did you ask me? You asked me, was it difficult?
Was it difficult to like start doing that? And what did that process kind of look like for you? Like, how did you get over that feeling of uncomfortableness to like put yourself out there?
I don't know. I think I just stopped caring so much. I don't know. I think because I was getting so much positive feedback from the stuff that I was doing, I'm like, the risk that I could take for being like cringe or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like if it's not well received, I'll just go back to what I was doing, where I was like literally just doing a stretch and then putting text on the screen of how to do it and like
Yeah.
a song
Yeah.
that I liked. Yeah.
So yeah, just like letting go of the critic, not caring.
Not
and
caring.
just saying, whatever,
Who cares?
I'm gonna do this. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Which is like, yeah, that's why we're here right now.
But yeah, the answer is yeah, who cares?
So you, like backing it up, before you got into massage school, you were in bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that journey like? And like what did you learn from being in bands that you think like applies to what you're doing now?
Oh my gosh, these are great questions. I haven't even thought about that. Because that's pretty like, I was doing that for a while.
Yeah.
Like managing money when I was like 16. Because we would play like VFW halls, just like the little band that I was in. We didn't do much. We put music on MySpace and Pure Volume.
Mm-hmm.
But we were still kind of getting gigs with like mid-tier bands, like played with Chiodos back in like when they first started or whatever.
So were you kind of the one in the band that was like managing everything?
I think so. Yes, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's always the responsible one who's like sending the emails and like picking up the check after the show.
True.
And ordering the merch.
I didn't order the merch. That was always the guitar player. But doing the money stuff, getting everything organized, messaging bands, just asking, can we play with you? And is there a spot for us? Doing that at like 16 was like pretty.
Yeah, I learned a lot
cool.
about running a business by being in a band and having to like form LLCs and like open bank accounts and talk to agents, and then like, finally to the point where there were people working with us and like how to do interviews and like all of this stuff that like is really, really important now if you want to be an entrepreneur, run your own business, all of this stuff. I didn't realize like how much being in a band was applicable to what I've done like over the last few years.
That's true. I mean, yeah, plus you're in charge of like however many like adult children, 4 or 5, whatever.
Yeah.
The rest of the band, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like in charge of them, trying to get them to go to band practice and show up in one place. And so, yeah.
Yeah. The scheduling of it all, which you have to do a lot of scheduling with your job now.
I do. That's all it is scheduling. I'm so used to it. And
so when you were in the band, did you have a interest or fascination then of like the human body? Like, was that already something that you were curious about?
I think I had to get curious about it because I'm trying to remember how old I was. I think I was 13 or 14. I got into a skateboarding accident. I was bombing down a hill in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we would always do that. You go really fast, you get wheel wobble, and then you jump off, and then it's with your feet. And you usually land in the grass or whatever. I remember landing and hearing like a click and feeling it shoot up and put a tingle like down my back. And I was like, oh no. So after that, like a few months, I was like 13 or 14. And, I would like try to bend my knee and it wouldn't bend all the way. It would hurt more and more. So I would kind of research and see what was up with the knee. So I was like kind of learning anatomy unintentionally just to figure out my own problems. And I didn't really go to doctors or anything like that, but I kind of figured out like, if I move stuff around, that helps alleviate it. Or if I push my heel into my calf, that helps alleviate it. So I think early on, that's how I kind of got into it unintentionally. And I've always wanted to help people. I think that's like kind of my family's like MO, because my mom's a nurse practitioner and then my brother's a nurse. So I think I just like kind of went the more
like born into
way.
It
a little bit.
Yeah.
I think so. Some sort of environmental conditioning maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. And I read an interview that you did a lot of volunteering at some point.
Yeah. I did Big Brothers Big Sisters for a few years. That was super cool. Super sad, but super cool. Hope he's doing well. Because like you're hanging out with a kid, kind of mentoring him for 3-something years, and then you stop seeing him for whatever reason. I think one of his parents got back into the picture or something, because he was living with like 2 aunts and like 5 kids in a 2-bedroom house. So I think,
you become like a big part of their lives for a little bit of time, and then at some point it's just kind of over.
Yeah, he taught me how to play chess, kind of incorrectly, but we still we still played. And we'd like go to parks and stuff together. That was in Florida, so that was super cool. Before that, I would do the bell ringing for Salvation Army, which was really funny because that was like community service for like people who do crimes. So I would like, there'd be like passing of the torch with like shifts and stuff, because I would go do 3 hours or whatever, and you'd end up like seeing the same people and talking to them, and they'd be like, so like, what did you do? I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, oh, like I robbed stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm just volunteering. And they're like, okay, weird. So that was
so funny.
Yeah.
I got into a lot of trouble with the law when I was in high school, and I did a lot of community service. And I had one stint where I was working at a really busy homeless shelter in downtown San Antonio. It was such a profound experience for me. And I would meet people that were just volunteering, and I was like, you just come here on your own? Like, it blew my mind just knowing that like people would go there and do that and without being forced to. And it was like the longer that I was there, the more that I was like, wow, this is super impactful. It left an impression on me. But it's also one of those things that I think a lot of people are like this, where it's like, I think probably on a monthly basis, oh, I should go volunteer. And then I never do it. You know, like it's one of those weird things that I think everybody wants to do more of, but no one seems to be able to find the time to do it.
I know.
And I wonder how better off we would be if we made more time to do that stuff.
Probably a lot better.
Yeah.
We need more time. We need more time off.
Yeah.
I still get emails from volunteermatch.org. So I'm just
So you got the family gene. The family loves helping. You were kind of volunteering a lot. So that definitely just kind of still rang true as you were getting older, and this felt like a way that you could get back to that?
I think so. Unintentionally, yeah. I wanted a job that helped people ultimately. Because I remember I was a baker, and I'm just like, this is fun, but this doesn't help people.
Yeah.
Someone's like, it makes people happy. I'm like, it's not enough. But yeah, I think a lot of jobs help people. I think I wanted to just be like literally like hands-on, like just help people get out of pain. Because the knee stuff was like, that sucked because I really wanted to run. And I would run, and then I wouldn't be able to run for like 4 or 5 days because it would hurt so bad. Mm-hmm. I'm like, people experience this. This sucks. Like, I want to help people get out of that.
Yeah.
So that just became like unintentionally shaped around that.
Yeah, there was a moment. So like I had a bunch of knee injuries. I've played hockey most of my life, and I've had a bunch of injuries, but I had a couple of knee surgeries and started doing physical therapy. And I was like, this is so cool. Like, I think I could do this. And I went on and I got trained to be a personal trainer. So I got my personal training certification. And it was very similar. Yeah, I remember them being like, don't quit your day job. You're going to have to start small, blah, blah, blah. And I worked in a couple gyms, but ultimately I was like, I want to be a physical therapist, but it's like so much school, and I had gone to zero school. Like, I barely graduated high school.
It's like 8 years.
Yeah. And so like I started
Crazy.
going to like taking my remedial classes at community college. And at one point I was just like, this is going to take me a lifetime. I'm working a full-time job and going to school. Like, it's going to be 15 years before I'm a physical therapist.
It's crazy.
And yeah, it just kind of took the wind out of my sails. And I was just like, I think there's other things that I can focus on that like wouldn't just keep me like chasing this thing for so long. And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, man, if I had just started, I'd be done by now, you know. But
I think about that too sometimes.
yeah,
Like I could be a doctor.
it's one of those true things. People told me that at the time too, but I think I was just like, no, this isn't it.
But I know people like my partner loves school.
Mm-hmm.
She loves like learning new things, and I know people who love like being in school and getting certified in this and that. And I'm like, that makes my hands sweat.
Yeah.
Like thinking about spending time being on a computer studying and doing all that.
Yeah, it's not my favorite place to be. I love learning new things, but not in a school setting.
I know you're in
You know?
algebra, college algebra with the kids.
It's super hard.
It sucks.
Super hard. So when you were starting out, like with this business, like was there a moment where you were like, wait a second, I think this might actually work?
Yes, I'm trying to think of when that was, because it was a good feeling. And it was towards the beginning too, because I got like, luckily, a lot of encouragement. I think starting during the pandemic was kind of the move, because there were so many massage therapists and holistic wellness people that just pieced out. They're like, no, not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And people got like really desperate for a second. Like, I need something. So that, I think, gravitated a lot of people towards the Instagram stuff. That got me a lot of clients, because once things started integrating back into like, they were like, spray bleach on your table between each client, wear a mask and do this and do that. Then we were like open for business, and that was that. My schedule filled up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was really
so
good.
that made you feel like,
I'm like, oh, this is doable.
this is totally doable.
This is doable, because the checks I was getting, unemployment checks, they just didn't exist. I think I got like $217.
Oh no, I had to. Yeah, I lost my job because of the pandemic. I was getting like $250 a week or something like that.
Yeah.
And like that was before taxes, and so yeah, it was just like, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. But I was living with my mom at the time, partially because like I wasn't making any money, and I was also helping watch my nephew too, because she was finishing up school to be a nurse practitioner. So everything kind of lined up really well. Like I had a place to live. I started the Instagram, and then once things opened, I could just slowly start filling my schedule out. So that was good. I was seeing like 5 people a week, and then it was like 10 people a week the next month, like 15. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I got enough money to like move in with one of my friends. So
That's cool.
it was cool. It was like starting at like -2 or something, without the obstacles of like starting a business.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've told people before that are trying to start something, like a lot of times when you want to start something new, you kind of have to take a couple steps backwards in life so that you can take steps forward on this new path. And like downsizing, moving back in with the parents or family, renting a room instead of having your own place. Like all of these things are sometimes like the key to what you're wanting. And you have to just kind of like say, it's not coming yet. But if I take this step backwards, it's going to set me up so that I can finally take the big step forward, you know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess that unintentionally happened.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that until now. That's cool.
Yeah.
Rad.
That's super cool. So building back off of that, like, I think that people don't talk enough about how isolating it can be to build something by yourself. Were there points where there was doubt or pressure when you were doing this, and like, how did you push through that?
I mean, it still feels somewhat isolating.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not used to, but before I worked with like a team of people. We'd go out for drinks after. You kind of had like your coworkers. Even if you didn't like them, it was still people that you were around. But working for yourself, you have to supplement so many things. One of those things is making sure you have some sort of community, because you're not going to have the coworkers.
Yeah.
You're not going to be around people and just your clients.
What does that community look like for you now?
No, it's all over the place. I'm friends with people who play D&D. I'm friends with people who play a lot of sports. So it's just kind of all across the
All over the
spectrum.
place. So you're into D&D?
No, I'm not.
No.
I want to be, but I don't have. I haven't done it yet, and I'm scared I'm gonna like it too much. So
I have some friends that are into it, and they keep like, "Come on, you should try it," and I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I've been able to get in, I'm like super into Catan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like my biggest like nerdcore thing, and I'm super into it.
That's
like I've
cool.
done tournaments and like joined groups like in different countries when I'm traveling and stuff.
That's great.
It's pretty fun, and I was super resistant to it. Like I had some friends that were into it, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna play some weird Settlers board game.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, I fell in love with it. It's really cool.
Yeah. I'm scared this is gonna happen with D&D, but we'll give it. I'm probably gonna try it in like a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my good friends play it. No, like 3 people in my band play. One of my good friends plays.
And so you're still playing in a band now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that band called?
Datura.
Oh, cool.
Like the flower.
Nice.
But that band name is taken by like 4 other people, so we put an extra T in there.
Nice.
So
yeah.
and
Picking
I
a
like
name
that.
is
That's where I got
super
the
hard.
idea.
I love that you picked Alex Fascia because like
MySpace screen name.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it was your MySpace screen name?
That's what I was like thinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my first AOL screen name.
What was it?
AOL Messenger. Burnout 026.
Oh no.
The only reason it was 026 is because my best friend had a name and he put 026 on it. And so I just copied him. I didn't even know why it was 026. But I think I was just like, oh, it's supposed to say something 026.
Yeah.
Um,
Burnout.
yeah, burnout.
That's such a 90s adult insult for a no good doer.
Yeah, which is how I felt that I
Burnout.
was in the 90s. Let's talk about fascia.
Yes.
I want to know like how you got into it over just like regular massage work. Like what drove you there?
So in school, we talked about it for like a total of 5 minutes. And it kept kind of coming up when I was looking at continuing education. And one of those things was Rolfing. This woman named Ida Rolf started this thing called Rolfing, and it's these 10 sessions, super intensive work. And her whole philosophy was there's these building blocks in the body. They're held together by this, not glue, but almost like a sheath. And your building blocks are in all different ways. And what that 10 sessions does, what the body work does, is it reorganizes everything so everything can move efficiently and everything can be balanced. And then she goes on by talking about fascia, about how it connects to everything, about how it wraps around everything, the nervous system runs through it, and how important it is. So that's what got me hooked. And just started doing more and more research about it. And I'm like, no one's talking about this. And also, sometimes people are. Back in 2018, Cosmo did a thing, like the magazine. Mm-hmm. They did a thing on fascia. And then they never talked about it again. So it's like these weird publications would kind of throw it out there to see if it worked, but nothing stuck.
Yeah.
It's kind of a funny pun because fascia gets stuck. But yeah, just not a lot of people were talking about it. And I'm like, there's a lot of importance about this. And I was like looking through, like, I still do research now on like PubMed and like studies that have come out about fascia and what they've discovered about it and how the nervous system interacts with it and how we can affect it. And yeah, that's why I started working with it. So just doing research, about it, reading all Ida Rolf stuff. I wanted to go to school for Rolfing, but that's like, it's so much money.
Yeah.
It's like $50,000 or $70,000, and you get a piece of paper saying you're a Rolfer.
Do you think that you were drawn to this less talked about thing? Do you think it like is related to like you and I are like band guys, like kind of like left of the mainstream kind of growing up?
Probably.
Yeah. Like I got into hockey. I grew up in West Texas.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, you're going to pick a sport. You better play sport. And so I knew nothing about hockey, but I knew that they fought.
Yeah.
And I knew that no one in West Texas knew anything about it. And so that's why I picked it. It was like a punk rock, like I'll play a sport that no one cares about.
We're going obscure.
Yeah. And so I like picked the thing that like no one was talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that just popped into my head. Like, do you feel like that maybe was one of those, like, nobody's talking about this, so I'm going to specialize in it?
Yeah, Fascia. Their earlier stuff was better.
Their first album was way cooler.
Kinda. Yeah, because when I was in school and I finished school, I had an idea of like the body work that I wanted to do. I just didn't know how to do it, and I didn't know exactly what it looked like. But I had like an idea about it. It's kind of like music. If you're like trying to pick like, you have like this riff in your head, but you can't articulate it. It's really frustrating. It's a frustrating feeling. Like it's in there, but you can't do it. So it was kind of like that. And then once I realized and researched what fascia was, I'm like, oh, this is it. And then just doing the research and just wanting people to know how important this thing is. And then it felt really good because I'd find people that were saying the same thing, like in different parts of the world. They're like, this fascia is so important. There's like this Italian doctor and his dad and his brother, and that's all they study is fascia. So that's really cool stuff. And they're very passionate about it and have all these like articles about things that they find, and it's important. So it's
yeah, and it's something that you still geek out on and still get excited about when you read a new study and find a new technique.
But now it's becoming more mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like turnstile right now. Not as big, but it's still happening. Where like less people were talking about it, and now it's becoming like way more mainstream. Because like if you Google search like fascia flossing, you'll find a lot of programs that you can buy that are fascia flossing, or a bunch of articles about how to hydrate your fascia and how it correlates with like beauty and wellness, and it's kind of integrated into all these different facets of health and wellness now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
It's super cool. It's interesting to me. Like, I think one of the reasons that I started following you also, like, I was in a band that had a moment in the early 2000s, and I named it Trigger Point because I had like read in a medical journal about trigger points and how they were used in acupuncture and probably myofascial release.
Also a good band name.
Yeah, also a good band name. And I loved this this like concept of healing from pain, because some of these points are very painful. And it was interesting because like back then no one was talking about trigger points. Like when we were big, like if you type trigger point into Google, like the first 5 pages were us. And now there's like a million like things on trigger points and wellness and massage and like all of this stuff. It's like it's super cool, and I was like fascinated with it way back then. And so yeah, it was one of the reasons why you caught my attention. Like when I saw one of your videos, I was like, cool. This dude gets it. This dude's into that stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's fun how like the generation or just people right now are just getting so into health.
Yeah.
and self-care. So nice.
So, what would you like? What's the main thing that you would want somebody listening to this podcast to know about fascia and like why it's important for them?
You need to move your body because things get stuck, and that stuckness gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like taking your shirt and holding it like this and trying to move your arm up. I think there's like a TED talk and somebody has a bodysuit and they're doing it. Same example, but doing this. Like if you hurt your shoulder, if you roll your shoulder forward, the fascia is like coming together. And if you don't move this, it's going to grow and grow and grow and turn into like a really big problem. So I'd say like movement's medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Move your body as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it just gets stiffer and stiffer and it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
So that's like the biggest thing. Yeah.
It's super
That's
important.
the biggest one. Yeah.
Yeah, we touched on this a little bit, but like, I think your social media presence is a big part of your work. Was that like part of your plan? Like, obviously, like you talked earlier about it, just kind of like trying it and seeing what it was. But like when you pictured doing this before you started posting, was there a part of you that was like, if I can take off on social media, this is going to work? No.
That cringed me out. I'm like, influencers. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk on the camera.
Yeah.
That was like before, at the very beginning, I'm like, I'm not going to talk on the camera. And I just want my friends to follow me. That's all it was.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it would be like that crazy or this crazy.
So now that you're doing it and like thriving doing it, like how has your relationship to social media changed? Like I feel we talked about it a little bit when I had a session with you not too long ago.
Yeah.
And you seemed like super stoked on it.
I love it now. It's
Yeah.
great. It's like past, there's these different points. There's like the point of like nervousness of like, what are people going to think about me? What do I think about myself doing this? And that's when I was like speaking to the camera and just like trying to figure out what to post in terms of like, how much of my life do I show? Because people want to see a real person. They don't want to just see just stretches and stuff like that. Or maybe they do, I'm not sure. But yeah, the first part was like feeling really self-conscious and trying to figure out a good rhythm, a good consistency.
Yeah.
And after that, it felt really good. It was almost like it was very vain. I'm like, this is cool. I like what I'm doing. I get to talk to the camera. People are like liking it. So that feels good. Like dopamine hit.
Yeah.
People are booking appointments. That feels good. I'm doing something right. And now it just feels like this like really good rhythm of, I don't know, it just feels like Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays I film. And I edit either the same day or on the weekend. And it just feels good now. There's not really, I don't know.
It's so refreshing to hear that because I know a lot of people that, you know, have a big presence that are just like, oh, I don't want to do any of it, you know, but I have to. And they kind of feel chained to it.
Yeah.
Like this thing that they would prefer to walk away from, but it's like, yeah, their responsibility to keep it going, whether they're promoting albums or, you know, businesses or whatever. It can be a bit of a grind. So to hear you be like, I'm digging it. I love it. I think that's great.
Yeah. And I get messages from people, like very, very sweet messages, like, oh my God, this helped me so much. This changed my life. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I'll get tired of it sometimes, but then I'll do it again. I'll film and edit. I'm like, oh, this feels nice. Okay, cool. We're back in a rhythm.
Yeah.
But it used to take me like 6 hours to do a video. I was so unsure of it. And I was like trying to edit it and do all this stuff. And I didn't know what I was doing really.
Yeah.
But now it takes like 5 minutes to shoot it and then 15 to 30 minutes maybe to edit it.
Yeah. That's cool.
And come up with a caption.
And you have met a lot of really cool people on social media, including
Where do you want me to start? My fiance.
your fiance.
Yeah, I was gonna say Toby Morse, but that was cool too.
No,
Cool in different ways.
you're very in love, and you met her through Instagram.
Met her through Instagram. Yeah,
She DM'd you, or you DM'd her?
Oh, I DM'd her for sure.
Yeah,
1000%.
yeah.
Just like in a nice way, because we were friends first. It wasn't romantic at all. It was just like pure like I was wondering who she was and how she was following me, because she posted some stuff from the Basque Country. That's where she's from. So she was at home visiting, and it's beaches and mountains. And I'm like, hey, who are you? And like, you're in a really cool place. Where are you? And she's like, oh, the guy she was dating at the time was a tattoo artist. And my friend Thomas, he's a tattoo artist. He reposted my stuff. So I was getting a lot of follows from cool tattoo people. And yeah, she started following me, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're in a cool place. I want to go to Europe one day. And we just kept talking, just became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then eventually we fell in love, and yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you're traveling overseas a lot to see her.
So much.
Yeah.
So much. It's weird.
Where is she again?
She's in London.
London?
Yeah. In Leighton area for a little bit longer. And then she'll be in the U.S.
That's super cool.
soon. So soon.
Such a gift.
It's cool.
Social media can be such a connecting tool.
It's incredible.
You know?
It's so cool. I mean, you're giving away your information for free,
Yeah.
but it's such like a connective thing. It's insane that you can message somebody like almost like at a celebrity level, and they can get back to you.
Yeah.
It's directly going to them.
Totally.
Unless it's like Brad Pitt or something, you're probably going to get a hold of his manager. But
Yeah.
like musician wise, you can message somebody from a band you like, and they could get back to you.
Yeah, they
it's
might
in their
see it.
mailbox.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
And maybe one night they're going through their requests and just like checking stuff out, and yeah,
It's wild.
it happens to people all the time.
My sweetest brag right now is just from two sweet brags of people that I worked on that I look up to. Toby from H2O. I had a friend who sent me a story that he posted, and he's like, oh, my shoulder hurts and my neck hurts, and we're going to be in Austin. Does anybody know a good like massage therapist? And somebody that I barely know, somebody that I met at a show for like 20 minutes, sent me that. So he was just trying to help me out. I reached out to him. Toby got back to me immediately, and he's like, cool, can I set something up? Then he came through. Then we took a picture together. Then I met his band. It was insane.
That's so cool.
It was so cool. And I'm like, this all happened because it's just almost a stranger messaged me and wanted to help me out for no reason. So there's a lot of really good on there.
Yeah, it's a really great way to connect and build community. And
yeah,
I oscillate my feelings with it, because I long for days sometimes where I can just delete it all and throw my smartphone in the river and never be connected ever again. But there's so much that I would miss out on if I did that. Like, I am truly connected to so many people that I am friends with on social media and get to see their lives and where they're traveling and what they're doing, and like, encourage them when they're, trying to do new things and sharing music, or, posts about helping your shoulder that's stuck, like
it's so cool.
all of that stuff. It can be really fun to get excited for other people doing things.
Yeah, and they want. It's a weird psychology thing. I'm thinking like it's like they want the validation, or they want people to know that they're doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, please, subconsciously, I'm sure they're like, please look at me do this thing. Please be proud of me. So when you message them, even if you do like throw them a celebration emoji or something nice, or if you're like, dude, that's awesome, that like makes somebody's day. It's like it's all very, very, very impactful, and it's all super impactful. But I think people want to be recognized, and people want that attention, not in a negative way, but they want to be acknowledged. So it's just nice that's
I've been
transparency's there.
like way more hyped lately, like commenting and liking and like reacting to people's stories than like trying to get that for myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just catching a buzz off of like supporting people when they're doing
Just
stuff.
hyping people up.
Yeah. Hyping
Someone who
people
you
up.
haven't talked to in 10
Letting
years.
them know that
like,
I see this. I see this. You're doing it. Like, keep doing it. Post more of this. Like, whatever. Like,
that is cool.
I think it's a good energy to put out there.
It's
Like,
incredible.
yeah, everybody needs support. Everybody's posting into a void and like wondering, is this cringe? Should I be doing this? What, you know, whatever. And so like,
Yeah.
I think it's really helpful to go, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah. Because they want you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's from hanging out with my 10-year-old nephew who like will do stuff and like look at me for approval. Like, dude, that was sick. That was stupid or so.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
kids
doing?
do that naturally all the time.
So it's like that, but just very transparent on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, look at this thing I'm doing.
That's a really interesting
Please
thing
like
to
it.
point out. Yeah, it's with us from a very young age.
Yeah. But I think it's
Mom,
healthy.
watch.
Yeah.
Are you watching? Did you watch? Did you see?
That means, yeah, I dig it.
Do you feel pressure to show up in a certain way online, like to perform wellness properly, or like constantly provide value? Like, does it feel? Yeah, does it feel pressure like that?
I'm super critical of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother, not in a negative way, we're just kind of critical of each other. Like if you were to say like, did you know that like, oh no, did you know that most people have like bad eyesight? I'm like, where did you hear that? Like, let's look it up.
Yeah.
Like, so I have that inner dialogue in my head. So I'm like, don't say anything that's like crazy, and say something that you can back up. Like, make sure you look up your facts, make sure you look up and use language that's like honest.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like, you know, you could do this thing to like, have a sharper jawline if you do this. Like, that's not, no,
Yeah.
I can't promise that. And that's not a reality.
The little
So
jaw exercisers that are like went viral there for a while.
Yeah, I didn't buy 2 of them. Like, but yeah, I just, that inner critic is in my head with that. And I think it's a good thing, because it's, especially in like wellness, like do not promise things.
Yeah.
It's like the weight loss commercials, like, hey, do you want to lose like 5 pounds in this thing? It's like, don't promise. That's,
Yeah, you got to be authentic, but you also got to be accurate.
yes.
Yeah.
So I make sure I do that. I do have an Instagram voice, but also I'm just like, I'm trying to live my life too. So if you see me out, I'm just like I don't talk that loud, but on Instagram, I'm like, it's hard to do. Like, did you know that, you know, you could loosen jaw pain from doing this and holding on to this spot's spicy, and just having like that personality.
Yeah.
So it's authentic and consistent, but it's also not.
Yeah, it's
how I
you,
normally
but you
talk.
are also, you have this consistent tone that, you know, is part of your brand, you know,
Exactly.
and that's what it is. You've got a brand, you know, it's something that you have to maintain.
I try to.
And, yeah, that's super cool.
Thanks.
So you help people with self-care every day, and you end all of your videos, most of your videos with like, what do you say? You say,
Oh yeah, thank you. Wait, what do I? Oh man, do I say it 3 times still?
I don't remember.
I used to say thank you for taking care of you, but oh no, thank you for taking care of you.
Yeah.
But now I'm like thank you for taking care of you, woo. And
You.
then sometimes, since I'm doing neck stuff, and I'm like, and your neck, and it's
I love that. It's like one of my favorite things about you
Thank
and your
you.
videos. But I'm curious, like, what does taking care of you actually look like? You spend a lot of time taking care of others. So how do you take care of yourself?
a lot of self work, like self body work stuff, like
Mhm.
similar or the same stuff that I do on my Instagram, where I'm grabbing parts of my neck, kind of working it, moving around. A lot of that's experimental too, to just to see like what works what. I'll go to my anatomy app on my phone and like look at different muscles and try to touch them, and then try to like pin and stretch them, move those around. I do legs up the wall. I run a lot. I lift weights. I hang from the bars at the gym.
I love hanging.
Oh yeah,
It's been one of my favorite things.
And
In
you
the
put
last
your
couple of
legs
years.
out like that, and then let your butt fall, and it just like pops your back. It's incredible. I do that, and then I trade body work with people around town. Just it's fun to do that, and it creates like a good community, and it helps you learn different things, even if it's like one little small thing.
Cool.
Yeah, like for example, I refuse to play music during like bodywork sessions because I'm like, there's enough noise and stuff outside. I want people to come in and just be like in a nice quiet space. But I realized for my mental health a little bit, I need some sort of music or tempos, and I just play like little lo-fi beats or Miles Davis at a really low volume.
Yeah,
and
lo-fi
it's
beats
changed
is
my life.
super important for me.
Yeah.
Like working in silence or just being around in silence is it's a little wild. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have like pretty bad tinnitus now, and so I need something going to drown it out. But now Spotify Wrapped every year thinks that like I'm the biggest fan of lo-fi beats in the world.
How much boba tea does this guy drink?
Yeah, it's so funny.
But something weird's happening. So I had a session. I worked on this person that was a medium, and she was really like, she was just like telling me all of her stuff because I asked. I'm like, what kind of stuff do you see here, and what does that work look like for you? So she told me a bunch of stuff. And I've been trying to figure this thing out for a really, really long time. And I don't think I have psychic powers. But this weird thing happens where I get tinnitus in my left ear from years of playing drums in a garage with no hearing protection at all. And also just going to shows. But when I'm working on somebody's spine, and like I do this thing where like I feel in between the vertebrae with like these two fingers, where like I'll find a spot and my left ear starts ringing. It's weird. And I don't talk to anybody about this because it's kind of weird and esoteric. And I don't know if I believe in that stuff, but I kind of do. But that's been happening. I've been monitoring that lately.
It's always the same spot?
It's always the left side, but I mean,
like
the
on
left
the spine
ear.
when you find...
No, if someone has like lower back pain, like SI stuff or like stuff in the cervical spine, it's just like my ear will start ringing if I hold it.
That's wild.
Over that.
Like you're tapping into a frequency.
It's weird, yeah. So that's a new thing that's happening now. So I'm trying to figure that out.
There's somebody that I work with in Austin. I haven't worked with her for a while, but she's like, she does energy work.
Yeah.
And her name's Stacy Jane.
That's so country.
There have been moments, and I know other people that have seen her, where I'll be lying on the table, face up, and I will be like, oh, she's like massaging my stomach and like moving things around, and I open my eyes and her hands are like a foot off of me, and I can feel touch, and it's super wild, and like she taps into something like otherworldly for sure.
I believe it now.
Yeah.
I didn't before because I met a good amount of people that were like mediums or this or that, and I was like very skeptical of it, but they were also very like chaotic people. So I'm just like, okay, like take it easy. Like you don't need to be saying all this stuff for like people to like you. But now I'm like, my guard's kind of down, and I'm kind of just, oh no, I'm meeting people who are just like very honest about it and calm about it. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty crazy. Or they'll tell me something about like my past. Nothing super major, but just like, the school you went to had like a weird sidewalk go up to it. And I'm like, Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. How no one would
Because
know
like
that.
it went in this shape. Like it made like a horseshoe and like a thing shape. Because there used to be these trees that went there at Freedom Elementary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay. Huh. You wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, that's
Any
wild.
other way. Yeah. So yeah. Kind of believe it now. But the more I'm like believing it now, the more like the leftier thing, I'm like, maybe that's something.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I think it's definitely something. Looking back at just kind of what you've built as far as Alex Fascia is concerned, like from where you started to where you are now, is there something that still surprises you?
I think just forming an LLC and S Corp, how incredibly easy that was pretty surprising.
Yeah.
Tax wise and just like being organized with everything. Because I was never an organized person, especially when it came to admin stuff. I was like very like scared of admin stuff, scared of money stuff.
Yeah.
Now I'm so like comfortable with it. So that's been a
I think
surprising
it's
thing.
easier to like care about it when you're doing your own thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh my
And it's
gosh,
like, this
yeah.
is my bit. This is like everything depends on this.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't good at that stuff either. And then when I started doing business for myself and needing that LLC and having to do the taxes and having to like show receipts and stuff, it's like, oh, this is important, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a cool skill to have. I know so many people that don't have it, and it's when you become a small business owner or an entrepreneur or whatever, like it's something that you have to get good at if you want to be successful and you want to maintain.
But it's like what you were saying before with like the self-doubt and the inner critic. If you're just like, I'm a businessman.
I'm a
I'm
businessman.
I'm a businessman. Then you start like doing businessman-y stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. You're like, oh, I'm at Home Depot. I got to take a picture of this receipt for this plant because I could write it off
Yeah.
because it's for the office. Put that in a folder. You just did
Yeah.
business.
It's business.
It's just business. Yeah. So
Yeah. Look at us.
yeah,
We're businessmen.
somehow.
They never thought it would happen.
But yeah, so much of it's that inner dialogue where you're like, oh my God, this must be so hard. This must be so hard. And then you start doing it and you're like, oh, I'm capable of this.
Mm-hmm.
That boosts your ego and
Your self-esteem.
your self-esteem
Yeah.
pretty quickly. So that's nice.
So I like to think of messy moments, right? Like, can you share a moment where things got really messy in your life? Like, off the rails, like, what am I doing with my life? And, like, what you took away from it. Like, looking back on it, like, what did it teach you that you needed to know?
When it was like a year into my job and I was just really bored. I was really sad. I was very lonely. I was working a lot though. That was the cool thing. I was getting clients, but I didn't understand that I needed to fill that gap of like coworkers and like outside life with community and things that I enjoyed. My whole existence was just working and trying to just build clientele. And if I wasn't thinking about work, that meant that I was like kind of slacking, and I was like really hard on myself about it. So I'd go on hikes here and there. That'd be enjoyable, but I'd have to hurry back and I'd be on my phone for like an hour in the car. Like I'd go on a hike and then be in the car just like on Instagram trying to like get business, seeing what I could, like thinking about things to post. And it was just like really, really consuming, and I really wasn't enjoying my life. And then I started like looking at other jobs. I'm like, maybe I could be a bartender. And I'm like, oh, maybe I could like work at this spa, or maybe I need like a career change. And my brain was just like spinning in that circle for like probably a year or two. Yeah. But I was still posting, so that still made me happy and hopeful. But that's when it got messy.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was all consuming and I was just really not enjoying anything.
So it really like taught you that you have to find this balance of like work and focus, but make sure that you're prioritizing community and like care for yourself.
Yeah, and I wasn't doing that. And even when I was doing a little bit of things like meeting friends at Barton Springs or going to get food with friends here and there, that joy wasn't there because I wasn't able to let go. I had like my business just like in such a tight grip where that was all I was thinking about. My friends would tell me what's going on in their lives, and I was like maybe half listening because I was just thinking about like work. It was just so consuming. I think that's like the messiest and most, that's like when it was like the most difficult. So I'm like, all these good things, like I'm getting clients and stuff, but if I don't stop, it's going to implode.
Yeah, it's one of those lessons you learn where it's like you can start getting all the things that you wanted and have been working for, but if you don't take the time to focus on the other side of the coin, like it doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
You can still be miserable. You can still get lonely. You can still get caught in your head. You got to like step outside and touch some grass and laugh with some friends and connect with others.
Yeah. But I mean, I also had to let go of that because I was doing those things. That's what was frustrating is I was doing some of those things, but I wasn't enjoying it. I was constantly thinking about work. And then I just like slowly started to let go. I'm like, things are going to be okay. And if they're not, then you'll figure it out. It's okay. There's people that pivot jobs all the time. So I started thinking that and kind of, that was like the mantra. Like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then, I started enjoying life a little bit more. And then things got better really fast, actually. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for sharing that. It is a good reminder that, like, you can always do something else, you know? Like,
yeah.
I think a lot of people are afraid to start something new because they feel like they have to do that forever. Like, if they pick that, like, that's my path, you know? And it's like, it doesn't have to be your path forever. You can totally do something for 6 months or a year or 3 years and then decide to do something else, you know?
Yeah. Do some tech thing, whatever that is.
Yeah. Super cool. What is something that you used to care way too much about that you now couldn't care less about?
Oh, when people say crazy stuff about like my tattoos and when they say crazy stuff about me, unless it's like damaging or something, like if someone's like, it happens on Instagram all the time where they're like, how does this guy have so many tattoos? Like, like okay. Or they're like, I'm not going to listen to I think the last comment I saw, something like, I'm not going to listen to health advice from a guy with like face tattoos. And then somebody else commented, like some lady, and was like, yeah, his body's full of poisonous ink. I'm just like, where are these people from? How have they? So things like that I don't care about at all.
But it bothered you in the beginning.
Yeah, it bothered me in the beginning it bothered me because I'm like, I want to be taken seriously. I'm like trying to be a business guy and do my stuff, and like this is gonna make people think like I'm a loser or something. Yeah. But now I'm just like, I'm gonna let this happen. I want to see what other people say to them, and just let other people see it. And I know that they're like bored and hurting inside or something. So if that makes them happy. Yeah. Yeah. And I did something not crazy, just the other day I deleted a comment on one of my videos because he posted on it. He's like, you know what this tattoo on your forehead means, right? The barbed wire. And it was like a thread. There was like 12 people just saying like crazy things, and they didn't offend me at all, but I'm just like, this is like for like self-care and like people taking care of themselves. Yeah. So I deleted it. I know that's like, seems like against the rules. Yeah. It seems like it's not fair to do. But then I messaged him. I'm like, hey, dude. And he like designs T-shirts, and he lives like, I think he lives in Berlin or something. I'm like, hey, dude, your work is actually like really cool, and like I admire it and stuff. And I'm like, sorry, I had to delete your comment on my thing. I'm just trying to focus on the mission at hand, like self-care. So that was kind of like off topic, but I appreciate you taking the time to like comment.
That's a nice thing
on my
to
video.
Reach out and
I hope you're well.
That.
Then he's like, but you know what the tattoo means, right? I'm like, Yeah, hundreds of years ago in Russian prisons, this meant that you're doing life in jail with no parole. I'm like, that's fine. I think a butterfly means a lot of things. I think like, yeah,
totally. But that's really cool of you to like send the kind message and not just delete it or block and like be like, get out of here. But to say, hey, I see you. I hear you. I think what you're doing is rad. But I'm going to delete this comment because it just
you don't want this smoke.
You don't want this smoke, son. All right. Last thing. Hit me with a hot take or an unpopular opinion. Like what's something that you believe that most people just should not be doing?
If any form of body work like hurts you a lot, that's not good for your nervous system, which ultimately isn't good for you and your brain and the rest of your body. Yeah, I think that's the main thing because I've had clients that come in and they're like, hurt me. I'm like, nope. Like we'll find spots that hurt so good that it's going to feel different than what you're expecting, but I'm not going to like hurt you. And I think some people may practice that way and some people may think that's beneficial for them, but I like promise it's not like, being in pain and then, well, you know, like the hurt's so good. Like you press on a trigger point and it hurts and then it doesn't. And it's like pinching yourself opposed to like pressing on a trigger point. Like being in immense pain.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not going to be beneficial.
I've had some deep tissue massages where like I couldn't walk straight for like days.
Yeah,
like
see, that's not good.
It screwed me up, you know, and I was like, oh well, I guess I must keep going and doing that until it doesn't hurt anymore. Yeah. So that's not a good thing to do.
I don't think so, but I mean, I think you can get used to it, like you said, but I don't think that's. My opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that great.
That's not great.
Yeah. And if someone's like bruising you and stuff like that, that's not good. Bruises are bad, I think.
Yeah, when I went to have my first session with you, I remember telling somebody, I was like, today's going to be intense. I'm going to do a fascia session. And I'd never had one before. And I was fully prepared for that. To like
for war.
To be sore for like 2 days and like to be super intense and painful, and it was not that at all. Like it was a really, really cool experience.
Oh, good.
And,
it's like sensational, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like there's that hurts so good spots, but it's not like pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really cool, and I highly recommend it. This was a really great conversation. I really appreciate you making the time to come in here.
Oh, absolutely. Talk to me. Yeah, this is rad.
Tell people where they can find you.
Instagram, Alex_Fascia. TikTok, sometimes. It's not my favorite, but Alex_Fascia. And
your website?
Oh, yeah, alexfascia.com.
Alexfascia.com.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll leave those in the show notes. Yeah. If you're still listening to this, thank you very much for sticking all the way through. It really helps us if you liked this episode. Share it with your friends, with your family. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff. I hate asking you to do that, but it's part of it. I hope to have more people like yourself on this show, and I hope you got something out of this episode. So, thanks so much.
Thank you.